It's all very cute around here. Beautiful day. This is the church. The daffodils are out. So this is where I used to come as a choir boy. 3 times on a Sunday. All day on Saturdays I used to do weddings. I used to earn a heap of money when I was a kid doing weddings. I used to get paid about 50p a wedding, which in those days was a lot of money. Some beautiful architecture around here. Just kind of forget what it's all like. And I think my good old mum's buried somewhere around here. No, she's not buried here actually, but this is where she had a funeral. But hey, the cemetery looks beautiful. All these people have passed away having the good life, I reckon. Anyway, so I used to come all day on a Saturday, and I used to come on at least twice a week choir practice as well. That's the old vicarage over there, and we're just coming right down to the river now. This is the River Thames. I won't go in the church today. I'll save that for another day, maybe next week, Easter. Let's go down and show you the river, and this is we've got the bridge here. Very famous suspension bridge, we'll have a look at that. And across the road there, a very exclusive little hotel called the Complete Angler. And across here we've got a weir. This is Marlow Weir, the lock. Very dangerous. Yes, very dangerous. Sure you wouldn't get any surfers down there. And across there, that's where I used to be a member of the rowing club. And that's exactly what I was doing every Saturday. In fact, I used to do it twice a day. 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and then we'd go off to regattas every weekend. Intense training when I was about 16, it was out of control. To control the level of the water. I just popped back into the church and had a little chat with some old lady. Anyway, this is the river. It's an absolutely gorgeous day today. I can't believe it. After 12 years, I picked a perfect day. Now these houses here are absolutely superb. Always wanted to own one of these. And here we go, they're all ready to go out on a little run. I'm not sure, they've got a big regatta comes up every year. That's coming up in about, I suppose 2 months' time, so they're probably all training hard for that. But this is Marlow Regatta Club, and Marlow's just down the river from Henley, so a lot of you might have heard of Henley on Thames, Henley Regatta. Very famous regatta. They had the Oxford-Cambridge regatta last weekend. I missed that, but let's just check out. I used to love rowing. I used to go out all the time. I was so fit then in those days. And they're off. Let's see what sort of strokes they've got up their sleeves. Had to go at coxing once, and I was a nightmare at coxing. They sacked me after about 2 weeks. Decided to put me in the boat instead. It's just a beautiful sport, it really is. Maybe I might be able to corner ride out. So that's a boat of 8. So you've got the cox at the front, and the girl first up, she controls the stroke that the boat goes at. And everybody basically has to follow her. But the cox will actually decide when they're going to up the rate. But the idea when they first go out, so they just got to cross over to this right-hand side of the river. It's, you know, it's like you've got to drive. It's like driving a car. You've got to drive up on the right-hand side of the river. So it's quite a strong breeze they're rowing into, even though they've got their backs to it. So they get a much smoother run coming back down. They probably row up there for, you know, a good 15-20 minutes. And there's a section right up the top there. We'll take you there one day and then show you. But anyway, so the idea of them rowing now is they're just going to get into a nice little groove, rhythm, and try and get their strokes happening correctly. Anyway, and then this guy here, I suspect, is the coach. So he's catching up with them, and I suspect he's going to go and keep an eye on their strokes and how they're all performing. Anyway, we'll come back. It's time for a pint. I'm going to go and have a pint. Jolly ho ho. This used to be the old vicarage. Not sure what it is now. It's not the vicarage. The vicar lives next door. Let's just walk down footpath here. Absolutely stunning day. Classic old building from Marlow. Okay, we're just going to wander down here and try and find one of my old favourite pubs, the Two Brewers. Marlow's full of all these old back alleyways. Some of them have got a lot of stories to them. That is one I'm going to take you to, which is it's called 709 Cornered Alley, and I reckon it's got ghosts in it. Anyway, let's go down here. This is a real trip down memory lane, to be quite honest. All these places I used to hang out in. Oh, look at this property. Oh, absolutely stunning. There we go, the old Two Brewers. And we'll wander down there in a moment. The river's quite high. Now, this is a bit of a story here, because that was a pub I used to hang out at quite a bit, called the Two Brewers. Anyway, when I was a kid, you can't see this property, but it's absolutely huge property. It's all surrounded by private walls. But my great aunt, that's a complicated story to tell you how she's related to me, but she's my great aunt. She used to live in this house here. This is a long, long time ago, back in the late 60s maybe, early 70s I think, it was probably when they left. Absolutely stunning house, and inside it's just all old oak beams, and you know, so she used to live in there, and then I think they moved on for whatever reason. But you know, I used to come here every week and catch up with them, and it was just amazing property. And you know, over the back of the house is absolutely this amazing, beautiful lawn which rolls right down to the river here. Now this is this is another part of the river here. This is where you can literally come down with your boat and just rock up into the river. And here we go, somebody lazing around on their boat. There we go. So we're going to walk back around to the left here. We're going to have a couple of pints and we'll walk back down to the left, and we'll walk down to this weir, and I'll show you the weir.